Hey Pisces, welcome to another reading with Tiffany from Tiffany's Tarology. So happy to have you here. If this is your first time viewing, welcome to the channel, welcome to the family. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for being here. If you guys want to get connected with me outside of YouTube, I do have the ability to book one-on-one readings, as well as to connect with me on Instagram. So my links are in the description box. Cards are already talking, Pisces. Wow, oh my God, I love it. I love it. The energy is here. The cards are ready. Literally, Nine of Swords in the bottom, like we're ready to talk. We're ready to communicate a very good message, me and my spirit guides, to you. I hope that you enjoy this message. All right, Spirit, what is Pisces' current situation? What are they being asked to look at and evaluate in their life right now? We're in a big state of transition here, Pisces, getting ready to go into the springtime. So I don't know about you, but my life is changing a whole lot. Current situation for Pisces, Spirit. All right. You have the good old Two of Cups. Partnerships, relationships, business contracts, all of those things that Libra is going to be kind of working through with this next eclipse. So this is probably going to be a really good reading on what that eclipse is going to look like for us on the March 25th. Your challenge to that right now, to those relationships, those contracts, those binding agreements. I'm going to take those here. All right, Pisces, your challenge. We go deeper into this after I pull all 10 cards. We're doing a traditional Celtic cross spread. Nine of Swords, Ace of Swords. You're realizing how horrible, I hate to say that, but how horrible you've been feeling in regard to a relationship, a contract. Something's been giving you a lot of anxiety. Somewhere in this relationship, there's this need to open up the door of communication, to talk about how you're feeling. So if you haven't been honest with yourself or with this person, this entity, this job, this business partner, it's time to talk. You may have felt this inability to speak, to say what you need to say. But what are Pisces' strengths at this time in regard to the situation? Yeah, your strength. Literally, your strength is your strength, Pisces. In your ability to put up proper walls, proper levels of protection to protect yourself at this time. Area of focus. This is what I like to say. Spirit wants you to put a little extra emphasis on in your life. You don't have to look at it like a negative or a area where you're doing poorly, but just an area where you need to put a little extra care. You have the Nine of Wands, which means that Spirit wants you to look at how you're feeling, where your emotions lie, the fact that you have been so resilient, and to understand that you're coming to the ending of this chapter. It has not been easy though, Pisces, but you are coming to the end. And Spirit wants you to focus on how far you've come. Maybe what happened along the way that got you to this point. Very reflective card. Near future for Pisces. Ooh, Two of Swords, Libra. Libra moon is what this card represents. So at the time of this eclipse, a major life decision forward will have to be made. There is a crossroads that you're going to come to, Pisces, that you're going to have to really put a line in the sand of this is where I'm going and this is where I'm walking away from. There might be a little bit of indecisiveness, but there needs to be some clarity. Recent past for Pisces. Huh. Three of Cups. So this is a celebratory card. But this also can mean that there was a third party if this is about relationships. So I'm not going to dive too deep into the energy of this card just yet, but recent past, I think you became aware of either where you were being helped or hindered. Some truth. All right. Our next one is going to be your advice from Spirit. Advice. We will be doing Oracle at the end of this reading, so there are timestamps listed for you below, so you can jump around the sorting portion, jump into the tarot reading, jump to the Oracle, jump back. All right, we have the Four of Cups to the Three of Wands. There is a message that has come to you about better days ahead, a direction to take. And I feel like a lot of you are taking your time to make the transition. And that is okay. But Spirit is letting you know that there has been a delay in this forward movement because of your own actions. So we do have to hold ourselves accountable. Tarot just tells us what we subconsciously know, connecting with our intuition. So I feel like a lot of you have a very strong feeling about what this reading is about, what this relationship, this contract is about, what type of decision you're about to have to make. But I think there has been a delay in that forward movement because you're like, what's out there? Do I want what's out there, or do I want to stay here because it's more comfortable? So the offer is there. I feel like Spirit's being very honest with you that the offer is there at the bottom of this deck, the Four of Pentacles. What are you holding on to? Your comfort zone. What is keeping you back? Your current environment for Pisces. Pisces' current environment, Spirit. Wow, I love this. A light in the dark. So you have finally, after a really long time, I feel like a lot of you, including myself, were left in the dark for a while about how to move forward, where to move forward, what direction to take. And Spirit kept it quiet because there was lessons. And I don't want to go too deep, but I'm feeling like there was lessons. There were things you needed to know. Now Spirit is finally like, ta-da, here you go. This is the way forward. So your current environment is that you are finally feeling illumination about how to move forward. Even though I think you're still delaying the movement, but ooh, sorry Pisces. I looked away for just 1 second. Tarot does require that you are focused. That Four of Pentacles wants to come up. Yeah. Okay. Hopes and fears for Pisces. Too many, Spirit. Hopes and fears for Pisces. There we go. Queen of Wands. Deep down inside, Pisces, you know that your desire is to really move beyond this, to step into a place of power, a place where you belong, a place where you have autonomy over your life, where you are going after your passions, where you are doing the things that you love, and this relationship, this contract, this job, whatever this is to you, this person, this family member, ooh, that came through hardcore, this family member could be holding you back from you being in your complete glory. But you've been doing a lot of shadow work. You've been doing a lot of what it takes to get there. So your hopes and fears are that you do get there. Your energy though is curious about how, when, what will that look like? Okay. And your last card is going to be your potential outcome. For Pisces, what is the potential outcome for this? Whoa, she keeps coming up, Pisces. If you haven't heard it here more than once, she's here again. You're being asked to step up, to say what you need to say, set those boundaries, and dictate how your life is moving forward. No more allowing other people to do that for you. No more allowing yourself to be indecisive. So even though the near future is there's like an indecisive moment, you do decide. I'm going to go ahead and fix my blinds, Pisces, so you don't have all this glare. So give me one sec. Okay, we'll try to work with that and see how that goes. I usually film at night, which is so funny because when I do during the day, I love it, but I have to work against the sun, the way that my office is positioned. So if this gets a little fuzzy, we will go ahead and adjust the blinds again. But all right, Pisces, we're starting the reading. Where in your life is there another person or a situation or a job that is not allowing you to live your best life? That is holding you back from your hopes, your fears, your wishes of the future, this uncertain future, right? Where in your life do you need to put boundaries up against said person or entity, institution, whatever you want to call it? Spirit is asking that you look and evaluate this relationship. And I'm going to clarify if we can get any deeper tones of what that could be. But there is a need for you to say what you need to say. Okay. So I'm going to cover up their genitalia here. But this is for many of you a love relationship. For many of you also a contractual relationship where there are reasons why you have to be involved. Also could be family. Heavy, heavy emphasis on the family. And where do you need to cut yourself out of the situation so that you can be in your highest timeline? I see in this picture, it's really cool. There's a rainbow that's kind of forming in the rings of this, or the rays of the sun. There is something that is going to call out to you in the future. That's going to be like your pot of gold at the end of the day. But you have to release yourself from this. And what's interesting is I don't see this relationship, like you don't look at this relationship completely as toxic. But there are undertones to this relationship. Tell us a little bit more, Spirit, where there is some toxicity there. Where there is this like, oh, I don't want to tell them because I love them. We have the Empress. And the Knight of Swords. Yeah, so for some of you, it could be a mother figure. You could be the mother figure and it could be your child. But you're trying to figure out how to move into the situation without offending everybody. Like I see you taking a seat and not really speaking up because there's a part of you that always is the fixer, always is the nurturer, always is the mother. But Spirit wants you to come at this situation with more vigor, more authority. I see the Empress looking at this Knight of Swords. And so if you've been also dealing with somebody who's been putting you down, if you've been dealing with somebody who is coming at you negatively, Spirit is saying, look them dead in the eye and tell them how you feel, because that comes up in our challenge area, that this relationship, this situation, this job, this family member is giving you a lot of grief, a lot of hard times, like the pressure, especially at night when you're away from the situation where you're just by yourself. It's coming at you in a way that you almost feel like you can't say what you need to say because the energy of this is really overpowering you. A lot of the times when we have relationships that we don't want to walk away from is because there is something about that relationship that we don't want to lose. For some of you, it could be financially. Some of you, it could be the relationship itself. For some of you, it could be your stability in your life, because we did see that Four of Pentacles. So like, if you walked away from this job, would you have the finances to continue forward? But regardless, you have been enlightened about this, Pisces. You know, you see the truth. You understand the process. You understand how you feel about this person even. And I want you to look deeply at yourself and ask yourself, like, where in my life do I potentially need to actually speak up for what I desire? And where can I be more bold in the way that I'm approaching situations? I want you to take that moment with yourself, Pisces. Look at the situation. Look at the relationship. Where has it brought you? And what do you need to do to call your power back and to be honest if there's been any dishonesty or you not saying what you need to say for fear of what the response would be, because a lot of us are people pleasers, I'll raise my hand and say I definitely am, and I'm working on that every day. But the truth will set you free. It's not a phrase that was made up by chance. It will set you free. Will it sometimes ruffle feathers? Yes, but it will set you free. Your strengths, though, has been that you've been able to look this situation dead in the eye, reflect on where you came from, reflect on where you've been, and decide for yourself that the easiest way forward is to be true to your heart. Heart-centered motivations is always going to make Pisces the happiest. You will be your happiest, you will be your best if you allow your heart to guide the way. If you rely on lies, just dealing with it, not sticking up for yourself, not being fulfilled, having equality, you end up backing yourself up into a wall like the Seven of Swords and having to defend yourself, maybe getting out of character a little bit, and having to deal with that as a result of you not stepping up. So Spirit is saying, though, that your strength was you held on to the wand. You did hold out this wand and protect yourself, and you decided that if that meant you had to cut people off, if that meant you were in no contact, if that meant you had to resign from the job, if that meant you had to tell your family that, hey, this is what it is, I see you having done that. So it's still a strength, but it takes you out of this like heart-centered place that I really feel that you want and need to be for your best overall outcome. We don't want to be walking around stressed out, defending ourselves, being super hyper reactive, people triggering us all the time, right? You want to be able to move more fluidly. For your area of focus with the Nine of Wands, I'm going to go ahead and see if Spirit can clarify that. What do you want them to focus on, Spirit, as far as that Nine of Wands? We're going to do 2 cards. Because the Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. So Spirit is saying, you're wounded. Take a breather. Chill out for a little bit. Pay attention to how you actually feel right now. And also to reflect on how you got here. Because I think there's a lot of lessons that you had to learn along the way. There we go. Whoa. King of Swords. So you were dealing with someone who really just did not treat you right. This King of Swords can be very blunt, can be very blatant, can be overpowering, can distress the body. There could have been someone who was very manipulative, someone who was very tyrannical in your life even. And you just laid there and dealt with it. Time after time after time after time in Pisces, you ended up feeling like this. Like this Nine of Wands. The wounded warrior. With a little patch on your head. Holding on to your wand, holding on to hope. Because you were given divine strength from Spirit to get through this period of time. There was a lot of lessons you had to learn. But this person here, this negative energy I feel from them, really set you down. You have to speak up for yourself. There is no more dealing with this situation. No matter how much you love them, no matter how much it brings comfort and security into your life, is it worth you feeling like this? And only you know. Only you know. Your near future, though, you have to make a decision. You will be met with this, I have to make a change or else I will be stuck in this position forever. Quote unquote forever. You have to figure out what about this situation needs to go. What about yourself needs to be expressed. How you move forward from this. So Spirit, tell us a little bit more about this Two of Swords. What's option A? We'll do option A and option B. All right. Option A. Option B. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Check out your last reading, Pisces. I feel like the stories are continuing. Option A. You look at this situation. You wonder if the time and effort that you put into it will ever reap the harvest. And you kind of have this lackluster energy about you. But you hold on and you keep dealing with the same old. And you allow yourself to just be entrenched in something that you know is not paying out for you. There's a lot of patience here, which is beautiful. But I see this look on this person's face and they're just like, I don't know. if I actually want to be here. I don't know if these pentacles that are piling up, are they actually what I desire? Or option B, is this divinely gifted item, situation, career, partnership, stream of income, whatever it is from the universe that gives you a lot of childlike joy, that allows you to be happy? You can either choose to stay stuck or try something new. Remember how we said, though, that you're a little bit worried to take that step forward into this unknown territory, which would be like that Ace of Pentacles, right? But gifts from the universe are usually very beautiful, Pisces. And I don't want you to be super worried about this gift, because this gift is going to allow you to move forward with your life in a way that is pleasing to you. You have to be willing to go after it. There is more waiting for you. But we have free will. Thus, with the Two of Swords, you have the ability to go left or right, say yes or say no. Spirit is here to guide you and maybe tell you, hey, pay attention to your body, pay attention to how you feel. But if you don't listen to your body, if you don't listen to how you feel, then maybe you do stay. And that is why I also love free will, because you don't have to make any decisions that don't work with you, and don't feel forced to make those decisions. Your recent past is the Three of Cups. I'm not getting a really good energy feel on this card for you in regard to that Two of Cups. So I'm going to clarify, and I feel like it's because it could have a couple of different meanings as well. Okay, what is this Three of Cups, Spirit, for Pisces? Okay. You were celebrating. I don't necessarily see this as a third party, so I just really wanted to rule that out. You were celebrating this thought. Some of you are starting something new all by yourself, away from this relationship that's self-made. Like a side business, a side hustle, something that you do for fun, a way that you make money or live your life single. Like there's this energy of this singleness in this card, of you being self-made. And you were celebrating that, but still entrenched in this Two of Pentacles energy of back and forthness with it, because it was something you're very proud of, something that you really love, something that made you so happy. But you're still trying to juggle that within your everyday reality, the confines of your everyday life right now. So I have to ask you, Pisces, do you want whatever that is to be even bigger and better? Or do you want to walk into this place of stagnation, continuing that way? For your advice from Spirit, we've kind of talked about this a couple of times, is if you take this cup that's being offered, the one that had you celebrating over here in the recent past, and actually take it and run with it, you're going to see that the beauty of the future is a lot brighter. It's unknown. I think it's bigger than you even know it to be, Pisces. But if you continue to sit here, very apathetic, very, I don't know, very, there's just more to my plate that's being added. It was fun, but I don't know if I can keep up with it. Like, whatever the case is for you. For some of you also, that Nine of Pentacles, I'll show you. She's the card of being single. So some of you, it's asking you, like, do you want to take this road ahead on your own, by yourself, and get back into yourself, take care of yourself? But doing that requires you to make a decision that is difficult and might be a little bit scary, because there's a comfortability with the fours. The fours are about you being safe, stable. So do you take this new path, or do you continue to resist? But I feel like a lot of us are going to take that path because of the environment that we have been given. Spirit is lighting with this Ace of Wands the pathway forward that we couldn't see. This shows a lunar eclipse in this card. So this lunar eclipse in Libra is going to illuminate your path forward. Some of you also could feel this energy now. Some of you will feel it closer to the time. Some of you will feel it after. With astrology, it really depends on your birth chart. And every Pisces is not going to feel the energy the same way. But for Pisces risings, this is hitting your 8th house of inheritances, taxes, death and rebirth, transformation, property, things like that. So a lot of you might be having to make decisions about these connections that you want to keep because of your future. And Spirit is lighting up a pathway forward for you that may have not been so clear, because with the Moon card, there's a lot of illusions, delusions, not really being certain of where you stand, where life is taking you, what would be the best option. So when this lunar eclipse comes, get ready for there to be a knowingness that comes from it all. For your hopes and fears, with the Queen of Wands, let's dive a little bit deeper into your dreams, your hopes, what it is that you want to occur in your life. So Spirit, tell us a little bit more about this Queen of Wands for Pisces hopes and fears. Hopes and fears for Pisces to the Queen of Wands. Why the Queen of Wands? Because it's what's going to make you the happiest, Pisces. There's a victory here. There's this fulfillment here. There's a satisfaction. There is also you being respected, you being acknowledged, you receiving the proper accolades for what you've done, the work that you've been putting into yourself. And you will receive that when you begin to step into your power. There's a success that comes with that, where your light could be dimmed by these relationships, these people, these family members, where there's just this lack of understanding of how to move forward. When you're clear with them about your intentions, when you're clear with Spirit about your intentions also, you move forward and you move into a way, or not into a way, into a lane that allows a lot of success to come in. For some of you, this won't resonate obviously for all of you, but you move into a higher place of authority and power where a lot of eyes will be on you. And you end up being able to live out your dreams because you let go of those karmic connections, those karmic ties that were holding you back. For your potential outcome of the Queen of Swords, you putting your foot down changes everything. You have this knowledge, this understanding, this know-how, this courage. Even I see, and there's a lot of courage. But Spirit, tell us a little bit more about this Queen of Swords for Pisces. Tell us a little bit more about this Queen of Swords for Pisces. You're brave. Braver than you know, Pisces. Yes. Yes. Oh, I love this. King of Wands, Two of Wands. Not only will you be able to move into life with a more divine counterpart, your activation of both the femme and masculine side of yourself. Sorry, I got cut off. But the femme and masculine sides of yourself are going to help you to make your way forward. A divine counterpart as well, could be a fire sign, will help you to see your way forward. So when we put our foot up, our hand up, I should say, when we put our foot down and our hand up, sorry, imagine putting your foot up. You finally have this activation to move forward, this activation to do better, this activation to be in your power. And you run with it. You embody it. You are it. You're no longer there just because you have to be there. Like, let's say this is you with your family. You're around people that you actually love and who support you. We're going to jump into your oracle, but yeah, Pisces, just get serious about you. Get serious and be courageous about your way forward. Get ready for this eclipse as well to help you to celebrate the wins that you've had. I don't want you to give up on this goal that you have for your life, and I want you to be able to take bold steps forward. The Two of Wands is you finally deciding like, hey, sorry to jump back to this, but I see that there is a way out and I'm about to plan it. When you finally do what you need to do, Pisces, you will walk away. You will walk away. If you do what needs to be done, that plan comes through for you. All right, Spirit. Any messages for Pisces? We're going to take 3. Oh, I love this. This is be open. You don't know what's coming yet, Pisces. That rainbow. We talked about that with the Lover's card, with the rainbow behind it. Be open to this unknown opportunity. What else is out there? This potential outcome. Spirit's not giving us all the details, but be open to what could come if you were to take that step away. Because there's a fear that I see of like, well, what is out there? I don't want to just walk out there without my protection on, my suit on, you know, like be open to possibilities. Be open to transformation. The butterfly keeps coming up for a lot of us. Be open to what that could mean for your life, what that could mean for your soul, what that could mean for your everyday. And another rainbow. The light at the end of the tunnel type of energy of going through the difficult pieces. This looks like a moth in a lot of ways. So there's a lot of death and rebirth energy of like letting go of this part of yourself and giving it over to Spirit and just saying, take me to where is best. And that is where your light will shine the brightest. You are a bright light, Pisces. You have so much to share with the world. And in a lot of ways, I feel like the current confines of your life are preventing some of that from being expressed. Spirit says one more. Okay. You have a story to tell. You have a purpose to unfold. Spirit wants you to be open because changes are happening, but you also have to free up the space for new things to come in. So when you set those boundaries, you indulge in what experiences that recently came in that made you really happy. Like, don't forget it. I feel like with that 3 of Cups for our recent past where we were celebrating something, you forgot how great that was. And you may have fallen back into a trap. One more, please, Spirit. For my dear Pisces. There it is. The story is unfolding. You're not going to be able to see it. Again, another rainbow. The story is unfolding in a way that you are not expecting. And if you just trust the path, not the past, you will be able to see forward, Pisces. You will be able to see that the light that is within you, the energy that is within your soul, the beauty that is unfolding in this newly branched part of this flower, this plant. There's energy that is building up for an explosion that's going to be bigger than you could ever expect. We're going to go ahead and use our Sacred Traveler Oracle and wrap this up for you, Pisces. This is beautiful. What do you have for us, Spirit? What can I tell? Oh, my dear Pisces. We have watching clouds, lie back, rest, and relax. So this is not supposed to be a situation where you're forcing anything. You are being open. You are allowing while you release. You are preparing yourself for what is to come. Navigating by the stars, follow your bliss. So it's like, I love when I see this card, I think instantly of astrology. The Libra eclipse will bring about fated changes in your life and everyone's life. But these will help you to navigate your way forward. So again, for Pisces, it's the 8th house. If you're not a Pisces rising, check out your birth chart, see where this falls, and allow those transits to gas you up, lead you forward, help you figure out what to do next with your life. Because your bliss, your happiness, your joy is the most important thing. Solitude. In silence, peace prevails. Take this time to really speak with your spirit guides, with your ancestors. Do a tarot reading for yourself if you do tarot. Seek out tarot readings if you feel you need a little bit more structured guidance on where to go. But there's information that's coming to you in your solitude. Surrender to the journey. Release control. You will not know where this is completely taking you. Again, Spirit did give us this Ace of Wands. So some of that energy of you figuring this out is going to come into play. There's a... Is this the sun? I think this is the sun. Yeah, there's daylight. Sun here, a lantern here for when you're in the darkness and where you need a little bit of extra light. But Spirit is actually going to be able to help you transition when you release the control of how this journey is going to unfold. When you finally just say, whatever is in my greatest good, Spirit. Embracing enthusiasm. It says, shout to the heavens with happiness. So be gracious to God. Have gratitude for the process through the changes that you're going to go through. Look forward to what else is out there. Do what gives you the most joy and allows you to be in this King of Wands energy, right? He is also the entrepreneur king. So if a job's been holding you back, entrepreneurship might be the way to go. In love and relationships, he's very sexual king, right? So it's like you need someone who actually inspires you in that way, where you're not just settling for love that's lackluster. Tell your spirit guides what you need from them. It says, shout to the heavens with happiness. So in all things, be thankful for what is to come, Pisces. So that's all I have for you today, Pisces. I hope this message reached you with a lot of encouragement that your way forward will be illuminated. That Spirit is giving you this clue very soon, if not already. Again, some of you will have felt it. Some of you will feel it. Some of you are going to feel it around that time of the eclipse. Listen to what you're being told. And just as this represents the light, there is a way that you'll be guided. So I don't want you to be afraid. You actually have a little bit of a, I would say, a one-up on this situation with this Two of Cups energy, because you have the guiding light of your spirituality telling you where to go and to embrace the journey. So I hope that you enjoyed this reading. And I flipped the deck over and it says distant thunder, clear the air. When you say what you need to say, Pisces, I think it's going to cause a lot of waves. I'm going to leave that here. Don't be scared of the thunder that's coming. Be ready for the thunder, and then you move through it. So I'll catch you in a couple days, Pisces, with another reading. Comment, subscribe, like this video to support me. I really appreciate you guys so much, all the love and support I've received. And I'll see you again very soon. Bye, Pisces.